In the bustling heart of Enugu, Nigeria, where the rich aroma of jollof rice mingled with the laughter of children playing in the streets, Ada and Obinna built their life together. Their two-room flat was small, a cozy sanctuary that held the warmth of their affection. With walls painted in faded colors and a shared bed that creaked at night, they squeezed the most out of their humble means. Obinna, a bus driver, wore his work uniform with pride, his hands often stained with grease from wrangling the aging vehicle he drove. At 23, Ada was the glue that held their modest home together. She had a radiant smile that could light up the darkest of days, and her laughter rang like sweet music, infecting everyone around her with joy. Her aspirations were simple. She wanted to see Obinna succeed and eventually establish their own family, with children who would someday drive their own dreams forward. "My queen, your beauty could make the stars envious," Obinna would often tease, planting a kiss on her forehead as they settled down for the evening. "Obinna, stop it. You know you're the most handsome man in the universe," she would giggle back, playfully shoving him. Their lives, though challenged by economic tides, flowed with love. But little did they know that a new chapter was about to unfold, one that would shake their blissful existence to its core. Before we continue, if this is your first time, please subscribe and turn on the notification for more amazing stories. Now let's dive back into this amazing story. Then came Bella, a new tenant in the flat next to theirs. From the moment she arrived, she stirred something in the air, an unsettling breeze mixed with envy. Bella was not just beautiful, she was glamorous, adorned with designer clothes and the kind of confidence that shimmered like gold. Her laughter was infectious, too, but there was an edge to it, a veneer of sophistication that Ada had never known. "Good morning. I'm Bella," she introduced herself, a radiant smile revealing perfectly white teeth. Ada could not help but feel overshadowed, even though she tried to return the greeting with warmth. "With your looks, you could be a model," Ada complimented, forcing a smile. "Why settle for being a model when you can be a brand?" Bella winked, a hint of mystery in her demeanor. As the days flowed, Ada became entranced by Bella's lifestyle. Gabriella, the name behind Bella, possessed an effortless flair, capturing the essence of glamour with her social media presence. Each photo was curated, each moment encapsulated in a filter. She seemed to live in a perpetual state of luxury. Every Saturday, Bella would dress in extravagant outfits and host lavish parties, while Ada struggled to set up a simple meal of rice and beans for Obinna after his long day. The contrast between her life and Bella's began to fester inside Ada, transforming admiration into jealousy. Every time Obinna would come home exhausted, a part of her would resent his humble nature. "Wouldn't it be nice to experience a little more excitement in life?" she would whisper to herself. With every encounter, Ada felt her heart sink. Obinna, with his unwavering kindness and commitment to their shared dreams, seemed woefully inadequate. He worked late hours to provide for them, pouring sweat and sometimes blood into his job, yet all Ada could focus on was the glistening sheen of Bella's designer life. One night, as Obinna saved coins, hoping to make a romantic dinner for Ada, he overheard her on the phone, laughing and gushing about a new party Bella was throwing. The hurt was palpable in his chest, but he brushed it aside. "I'm doing this for us, for our future," he whispered, and pressed on with his work. Soon enough, misunderstandings grew. Ada started to complain about small things. Why couldn't he afford to take her out for fancy meals? Why weren't they brunching with friends like Bella? One evening, as Ada scrolled through Bella's social media feed, an ad caught her eye, an online dating platform for wealthy suitors. The idea blossomed in her mind. Perhaps she could attract a man who could give her the lifestyle she craved. "I need to experience more than this," she told herself, feeling the rush of envy and desire wash over her. After weeks of contemplation, Ada signed up for the dating app and began to engage with a man named F who appeared to be everything she had ever wanted: charming, affluent, and with an impressive collection of cars and properties. As days turned into weeks, Ede felt herself slipping further away from Obinna, the conversations turning cold and distant. "Is everything okay between us?" Obinna would ask, a hint of worry etching his brow. "Of course. Just busy with work," Ada would reply, feigning a smile that did not reach her eyes. One fateful night, she stood before Obinna, her heart beating a frantic rhythm as she prepared to shatter the bond that had tied them for years. "Obinna, I think we need to talk." He was immediately filled with dread. "Talk about what, Ada? You're not leaving me, are you?" His voice was shaky, tinged with fear. "I need more from life than you can give," she said, each word laden with emotion. "I found someone who can give me what I want." Obinna's heart shattered, each fragment cutting deep. "Please, just give me a chance. I'll try harder, I can find a better job. I will make you proud," he begged, tears spilling unchecked. Ada turned away, her decision resolute, her back to the only man who had ever loved her unconditionally. "It's too late," she whispered as she closed her door, oblivious to the heartbreak she had left in her wake. In the days that followed, Ede delved headlong into her newfound world with F. They went on extravagant dates, and he showered her with gifts. She felt like a princess, but inside, a storm brewed. F was charming, yet there was something about him that felt hollow. As she became embroiled in this new lifestyle, the reality of her dwindling savings began to surface. One day, she opened her bank app to find an alarming message: insufficient funds. The money she'd worked so hard to save had disappeared. Desperate and confused, she reached out to F, who promised he could help her gain back her investment in no time. "Just trust me," he insisted, his voice smooth and persuasive. Against her better judgment, she took a leap of faith, sending him the last of her savings, convinced she was making an investment in her future. Days turned into weeks, but F vanished, leaving Ada stranded in a whirlwind of deceit and heartbreak. The truth about his charade clawed at her insides like a feral beast, ripping apart the very fabric of who she thought she was. In her despair, Ada turned to Bella, the girl who had once fueled her jealousy. She knocked on Bella's door, desperate for guidance. "Bella, I need your help," Ada admitted, her voice trembling. "I thought I found someone. I lost everything." Bella's smile faltered for the first time. "I can help you, Ada, but you need to understand something." Her voice dropped, revealing a vulnerable tone. "I'm not who you think I am. My life, it's a facade as well." Confusion washed over Ada. "What do you mean?" "I spend more money than I have. I'm drowning under debts, pretending to be someone I'm not," Bella confessed, her eyes glittering with unshed tears. "I showcase the perfect world, but reality crushes me every night." Ada felt like the ground had been pulled from under her. The two women sat in silence, letting the weight of their problem settle. It was a moment of clarity. Envy had led them both down a treacherous path. Back home, reality struck Ada like thunder. No income, no job, and now, no savings. She was stripped bare, the shell of envy racing toward remorse. Memories flooded her mind, sweet moments with Obinna, the love they shared, the laughter that resonated in their small apartment. She could almost hear his voice, each plea echoing in her head. In a whirlwind of regret, she decided to reach out to Obinna. Recalling the strength of his love, she sent a message, simple yet profound: "I made a mistake. I need you." Days passed without a response, leaving her heart heavy with fear. Every moment spent waiting felt like eternity. Finally, Obinna replied, "Ada, I saw you move on. It's too late. I hope you find what you're looking for. I'm happy now." Her heart sank. She hadn't believed it would end like this. With each tick of the clock, Ada realized the truth. She was haunted not by her pursuit of wealth, but by the love she had thrown away for an illusion. Determined to make things right, Ada started her journey back toward self-reliance. She sought work in a local bakery and began rebuilding herself, one loaf of bread at a time. Every day, she remembered Obinna's smiles, his laughter, his unwavering belief in what they could be. Months later, something incredible happened. Obinna, through sheer grit and determination, had risen to a new challenge, revitalizing a struggling bus company. The transformation happened with dedication and talent, and soon, his buses would navigate the streets not only accommodating passengers but also showcasing advertisements for known businesses. The aroma of fresh bread wafted through Ada's little corner of the bakery as she shaped the dough, but her heart still ached for the touch of her former love. One quiet afternoon, as Ada served customers, a familiar figure walked in. It was Obinna, now dressed impressively in a crisp shirt and dark jeans. His eyes scanned the room until they landed on her. The instant undulations of nostalgia flooded her senses, gripping her heart. "Ada," he began, his voice filled with soft familiarity. How have you been?" "Obinna," her voice faltered, confusion and longing muddled together. "I'm so sorry for everything. I heard about what happened. Life sometimes takes us on a twisted compass, huh?" He leaned over the counter. "I wanted to see you. I've changed too." The sunbeams broke through the windows, casting a glow over their reunion. "I found my purpose, Ada. I want to take care of my people, to see the lives of others flourish. I want you to be a part of it. Is there still a chance for us?" Hope flickered in Ada's chest. Life's path is unpredictable. "Sometimes, we are meant to walk apart to find ourselves," he admitted. In that moment, Ada realized that their journey had not been in vain. They were both wiser now, intertwined in a new fate. With newfound inspiration, Ada began to integrate her life with Obinna's public transport revolution. They worked together, fueling dreams where community grew stronger. Together, they started programs offering apprenticeships for skilled trades, improving transportation systems in their old neighborhood. The hustle and bustle of life in Enugu morphed into something more vibrant. Ada's bakery flourished, and along with Obinna's venture, they became the heartbeat of the community, providing a lifeline for those who, like them, had faced adversity. Years passed, and their story became legendary. Ada and Obinna did not just rebuild their lives, they helped build their community, raising families, kids who would hear of their parents' adventures and learn from their missteps. The wisdom was passed on, that love transcends wealth, that true happiness could never be bought, but earned through humility, kindness, and genuine connections. As the sun set over Enugu, the couple watched as their children played beneath the shade of an old mango tree. The shadows of ambition had faded into the warmth of the legacy they built together, an enduring tale of love, redemption, and the true essence of happiness. And so, Ada and Obinna became a part of the lore, a story to be told for generations, ensuring that the lessons they learned would never be forgotten.